I think drama and storytelling is a really important part of British culture and all cultures really. So I feel like they really believe in that here and like to nurture it through schools and through stories and literature and things, and particularly through Shakespeare, which even in primary school you get introduced with different performances. They have a wonderful festival here called Shakespeare for Schools Festival, which is for primary schools, where they get to perform in the West End sections of Shakespeare plays. So I think it's something they really want to nurture.
Oh, strumpet, weep a star for him to my face.
Oh, banish me, my lord, but kill me not! Kill me tomorrow! Let me live tonight!
I never thought of her as a character that I really wanted to play. I think when you think of the play Othello, you think of Othello and Iago so much, and not necessarily Desdemona. But what was so wonderful about Nick's production was that he wanted her to be, as she is, one of the central pillars of the tragedy as well. So it really is a triangle. It's not just for a duologue for two people. So he made her the focus, and everything she was feeling and going through just as important, because the tragedy is so much with her. It can be easy often to look at them as being victims and being the same type of character, but actually when I looked at them, particularly with Desdemona in Othello and then Cordelia in Lear, which I played back to back.
You have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as a right fit, obey you, love you, and most honour you.
The differences were remarkable. Desdemona is incredibly idealistic, so she wants to see the good in people, which is often at the detriment to her, as we find out in the end. Whereas Cordelia is incredibly realistic. She stands up to her father for what she believes, because she sees her sisters for who they really are, and she sees the mistakes that he's making, and she can't live in a world where she sees him do that. She understands that he's a good man and it's coming from a place of love, but she can't carry on in that way. So it's really great to see the contrasts within them, and it's incredible that Shakespeare could write such different characters. I've done 3 NT Lives now, Othello, King Lear, and the Tom Stoppard play The Hard Problem here.
I thought that's why we're here, to crack the hard problem.
I was terrified the first time we did it, because I thought we'd have to change our performance suddenly for cameras. But Nick Heitner, our director, was very clear that he wanted it to be, was filming of our stage performance. It wasn't to change it and make it into a film. So he very much said to stay with what we were doing, don't change your performances, you know, don't suddenly turn to the camera and do a monologue or something. It's just to capture that so as many people around the world can see it as possible, and stay true to what you're doing. And hopefully people realise that it's a stage production, it's not a film.